K4 just trading left, right, center. The Echo with the Yokai trying to stop the fuse, and it could go down. Corza with the cross angle. Crosses 20 seconds. The fuse on the ground. Corza finds one. Can he touch it out? 15 seconds. Can he find the kill? He sees the player on top of that. On an hand. They have to get the kill here. They have to stop someone.
Hello and welcome everyone back to the SSA R6 League here for a good game tonight. We'll be bringing to your screen it's Levit8 versus KIL4. Levit8 on a very hot streak, looking to top off their group versus KIL4, a team that's kind of been struggling. We covered their game yesterday versus, I believe it was KIL4 versus XL. Yeah, that was the one where they kind of struggled, kind of showed some moments of brilliance. It's a promising team, but we'll see what they can do here tonight against Levit8. Before that, though, we have a lot of things to go over, highlight the teams, highlight the map that we're actually going to be playing on. So starting that off, KIL4, the team with everyone's eyes on them. What can they do? What can they bring to this game? It's BKG, Blomport, Arctic, Luxman, and Bane. Justin, if you're watching, that is how you say it with an Afrikaans accent. It's Blomport. Levit8, on the other hand, AML, Panasali, Deception, and Saw, the team we all know and love with great heights during the past SSA events, now looking unstoppable. They're on a hot streak here within the SSA R6 League. They've beat out many a team, and they truly have the stats to back that up. Talking about stats, highlighting Luxman here just quickly. He's got about plus minus 950 hours in the game, boasting a 0.79 KD thus far during this very tournament. Obviously, these stats are recorded during the tournament, not as a whole with an external stat tracking website. This is how many kills to deaths they've gotten throughout this tournament. On the other hand, for the side of Levit8, you've got AML, a storied player here within SSA, and he's got those stats to boast that. 2.16 KD throughout this tournament, truly incredible. This is a man you can rely on for your team, and, well, they're going to need players like that if they want to prove the social vote correct. It seems 64% of you over on Twitter actually voted for Levit8. I like the... I hope, honestly, I hope KIL4 can rack some rounds up on here. I hope the community can prove to at least kind of be correct, at least maybe them getting like 3 or 4 rounds, but truly in my eyes, just complete blank slate looking at the past, how these teams have performed, this really seems like a Levit8 game. 64% on the social vote. In my eyes, maybe more of a 70-30, but hey, I am not anyone to count a team out ever. Just before we head into the game, we need to cover what map we're going to go to. We don't really know that yet. So let's see what the teams have banned. KIL4, I believe previously, we saw them ban more of the more modern experimental maps. They're a newer team. Obviously, they're going to want to rely on those traditional maps, go for some traditional play styles, something that a roster who doesn't really have as much experience, just as a coordinated stack, can reliably play on. So we're just waiting to see when the bans do come through. 1 second, the production is having trouble. I believe the teams are still banning the map, so just give it patience, let it be. The first map on the docket, well, rather taken off of the docket, it's Bank. Followed then by Border. We saw Border yesterday coming out between these two teams, I do believe. Yeah, it was KIL4 versus XL over on Border yesterday, so taking that map off, smart move. Kind of strange because it's Levit8 banning it out, but still kind of a smart move. I'd assume KIL4 at least showed moments of being able to have a good foundation over on Border, whereas Skyscraper taken away from KIL4. Again, we see these kind of newer maps banned out by KIL4, a less experienced team, Skyscraper, Bank, and now Chalet banned out by Levit8. Kind of a strange one for me. I might be completely incorrect on this one, but I believe previously we've seen the ex-Phoenix roster, what is now mostly Levit8, performed really well over on Chalet. So kind of a strange ban for me, but maybe they're saving some strategies for later during the tournament. Sadly, Theme Park taken off of the cards, a map that is near and dear to my heart. Not going to be seeing that tonight. Also, I just want to make a quick excuse. This is a solo broadcast. I don't have a co-commentator with me, so if there's rough patches, just stick with me. Cafe taken off the board. Kind of sad. I would have wanted to see a Cafe game. The 7th map taken away. What do we have left? Villa taken away now? I think it's between Oregon and Clubhouse. So, both interesting maps. I prefer a Clubhouse. I feel like I haven't seen that in a while. It is a very traditional map, somewhere I think KIL4 could have a really good chance. And there we go. It's Clubhouse. I think at least this kind of sways things to the way of KIL4, but equally, we know what Phoenix has been able to do on Clubhouse. I cast my mind back to the Middle State ROG Invitational, where Phoenix just came out swinging on Clubhouse. I believe it was against, back in the day, BVD Stack. I might be completely mistaken, but there was this Clubhouse game where literally the first 3 rounds were almost flawless. They just came out swinging and could not stop. So while we have the lobby busy setting up or getting all the players ready and in, let's just talk about the SSA R6 League as a whole, because honestly, I feel like I've missed a lot of this tournament. We haven't seen a lot of broadcasts, I mean, that being due to load shedding, whatever external factors, but we're trying to bring all of the games to you now. Let's just give a rough overview of the group stages, because this has been such an interesting tournament thus far. Looking at Group A, Levit8 are currently topping their group. 12 points from 4 games. 4 times 3. They have scored a regulation win during every single one of their games. They are on an absolute hot streak. The main real contenders for their group, obviously Bulin, 3 wins, all during regulation as well, so a true contender for that top spot. XL as well, they've played 4 games, 4 wins, though one of them was an overtime win, so you don't get the full 3 points, you get 2 instead of 3, whereas an overtime loss grants you 1, a regulation loss grants you 0 points. The big battle in my eyes for Group A is for 4th place, because currently you have Levit8, XL, and Bulin, all top 3 with 4 teams coming out of each group. Who can really take that spot for the 4th place? I mean, you have TKO, who's currently sitting in 5th place with 8 points, though they've played 7 games. So they're up there at the moment, but I don't think truly they're in contention. I think it's kind of a coin flip between VDrop and 2K at this point in time. Both have played 4 games. 2K 9 points on the cards, whereas VDrop 7 points. So Group A, it's looking spicy. Beforehand, we called Group A the group of death. No, sorry, I'm completely mistaken. We called Group B the group of death. But at this point in time, I mean, Group A, it's truly competitive. You have 3 true top teams with a lot of teams competing for 4th place, whereas if we look at Group B, Ultra Esports, they are surprising everyone. 5 games done, 15 points on the cards. They have the most points out of any team in this tournament at this point in time. Nixa played 4 games, won all of them during regulation. So again, a chart topper at that. Regen Esports currently on 12 points. They've played 5 games, so I believe they've dropped 1 or one during overtime and lost during overtime. Not sure on that one, but they are up there. And again, you've got this rough brawl for a 4th place. I really don't know what way to call it. Maybe Point One could sneak their way in. Obviously, they've only played 3 games and they've won all 3 games, so they have a good potential as well. Don't count anyone out in Group B. Still a lot of action coming from that group. But we're getting the players in the lobby, just giving an overview on Clubhouse. Again, I mentioned Levit8, ex-Phoenix. They were spicy on this map back in the day. They could not stop it. It was a team that we looked towards as absolute fragging potential. They came in as a PlayStation Randy Stack. Sure, they had some strats, but it felt like a team that just played these very coordinated strategies, doing the same thing every round and somehow just making it work through sheer team play. That's what I love from them, and I hope we can see that on Clubhouse. Obviously, storied map, everyone knows how to play it. that might just be the downfall. KIL4, to me, KIL4 in this game aren't. Obviously, they're looking to win. Every team wants to win. Everyone is playing for a win. But I think they could be happy taking off 3 to 4 to 5 rounds off of Levit8. If they can get that, in my eyes, they've had a successful game. Starting on the attack as well. Sorry, I probably had to mention that. I realized I never did, actually. KIL4 is starting on the attack, Levit8 on the defense. I kind of differ with most people on whether starting on one side has an inherent advantage. Justin yesterday on yesterday's broadcast made a very strong argument for starting on the defense being an advantage. If you want to follow that train of thought, that dogma, sure, Levit8 have an advantage, and it might be just another point that'll push them across the line. But KIL4 starting on the attack, I feel if they can maybe put some pressure on Levit8, if they can make some early moves, get some rush strategies maybe in, I think shaking Levit8 from the start is what they need to focus on. Again, we're just waiting on some of these players to actually join on into the lobby, so bear with us. I know it's kind of strenuous at times for both chat and, trust me, for me during a solo broadcast, but hey, I truly appreciate everyone. It looks like we have plus minus 20 viewers right now in chat. Obviously, we have a 3-minute delay, so I can't read everyone's live replies. Let's see, we have Kixie in chat, love from the USA, truly appreciated. Kixie supporting SSA from all the way over. Let's see if KIL4 can pull this off. That really is the narrative. That is what we believe. Flawsible, I believe in KIL4. I want to believe in KIL4. Truly, I want to. But it strains my heart. I really just think this is a Levit8 game through and through. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not trying to say anything. I truly hope Levit8 can take this. But, I mean, looking at the what do you call this, the predictions on Twitch, it seems 91% in favor of Levit8, 9% on KIL4. On Twitter, everyone is big braggadocious, but when you have to put your channel points on the line, oh, it seems like Levit8 has the people's heart. 91% there. So wow, it's a bit of a tough one there. Again, I just want to give a quick update. We're still trying to get everyone in the lobby. Patience, please. We'll get there. Sorry, I'm just taking a sip of water here. Luckily, this time I have some still water. Yesterday, I made the big mistake of having sparkling water on my side during a broadcast. That was the first time I've made that mistake, and oh my word, it'll be the last. I'm never drinking sparkling water again during a broadcast. Okay, water has gone through the system. We're all relaxed. We're all ready for this game. Still waiting on some players, I know. Waiting, it's fine. They'll get here. And I just kind of want to go through this ban phase, because at times a ban phase can really tell you more than the actual map you're going to. It tells you what type of maps a team doesn't like, what maps they do, through which they don't ban. Looking at Levit8, they banned out Border, Chalet, Cafe, and Oregon. What does that kind of tell you? Border and Chalet, they're in the middle maps. Chalet and Border, they feel kind of new. They've both had reworks not too long ago, to be fair. So, oh, sorry, I don't have sparkling water, but the water is still getting to me. What is up with that? Anyway, Border and Chalet, kind of newish maps, whereas Cafe and Oregon taken off the board, the more traditional maps. So, Levit8, to me, I feel they just are more prepped towards other maps. I feel like maybe Border and Chalet they've opted to have as their auto bans. Obviously, this now being a 9-map pool, even in a best of 3, you can still have 2 auto ban maps. So really, you can just have auto bans like that. Whereas KIL4 maybe banning out Bank, Skyscraper, Theme Park, and Villa. Theme Park's kind of an understandable one. As much as I would love to see Theme Park being brought out, it's just not always realistic. So, you know, give it to them. But as well, Bank, I feel just has not seen enough play here in SSA. We've seen it quite a lot during the EU regular leagues. Teams like G2, BDS, M&M, even Heroic bringing out this map and showing that truly there are some interesting strats to try and play. Obviously, the addition of Osa, when you're attacking a bottom floor, literally just go for the default thermite exothermic onto the east side wall in blue, blow that up, go for a plant behind an Osa shield, almost nothing that can stop you as soon as you punch out this shield, make it non-translucent. A truly amazing operator to be brought out there as well. Obviously, you've got something like the ROU from the Sense, a lot that can be used by the attacking side, but even more, just talking about Clubhouse quick, the addition of Azami. Obviously, we're going to Clubhouse, so we're going to probably see Azami, I hope and pray. Azami with those Kiba barricades. Kiba barricades on Catwalk. Pump that up maybe with a dock, with some Kona stations, whatever you want. It'll be unstoppable. And I'm trying to remember back. Levit8 was a team that would put a lot of emphasis on their defense on Catwalk when defending CCTV and cache. I hope and pray we see an Azami being utilized in the correct manner there. Obviously, I was fortunate enough to actually have early access to Azami with the play sessions, thanks to UB. But during those playtests, the one thing that was so prevalent to me was the way Azami, especially because we played a lot of Clubhouse games, coincidentally, but the way Azami can just set up angles and things you never thought about. Reinforcing off Catwalk, making that a death trap for any attacker to try and waltz on through. Making weird cache angles to where you can just kind of sit on default plant without even having a single worry in your life. Where down below on Church, put some keeper barricades, now you've got whole new angles that have never been there, and angles you can vault up to that have never existed. I'm so excited to see whether one of these teams can actually whip her out, and I hope and pray Levit8 can bring her out, because think about Clubhouse, think about the default bans. Thatcher is almost always going to be taken off. The heavy reliance on hard breaching, you might even see a Kali at that. Hard breach bans are quite prevalent on the attack, but looking to the defense, Mirror, almost a standard ban. I'm trying to remember, I'm 99% sure KIL4 yesterday banned the Mirror, so I would assume them to bring out a Mirror ban again. Then as Levit8, I just hope they don't ban the Azami. I hope they don't ban... Well, I hope they maybe bring out something more traditional like a Valkyrie, like a Cade, a Bandit, a Mute, whatever, just because, again, bringing it back to that point of the reliance on hard breach for this map. So in my mind, surely the Azami gets through and surely Levit8 exploits it. Yeah, let me just read some more of the comments here in chat. People asking, where is Aldu? Kanye, please shout out my friend Joshua. Sure. Aldu, the best caster. Honestly, I agree. Sadly, Aldu, he is on production tonight, but he has some very bad noise at his house. I'll just put it at that. That makes it so he can't join me here on the desk. What water flavor? No, this is normal water. Yeah. It's yeah, I'm not going to say the brand, but it's normal water. Big ups to you guys doing this. Thank you so much. We love doing casting. Me, at least. I can't speak for Aldu. He's behind the scenes. He's in my ear. He can tell me if he loves doing this, but first time watching, everything looks sick. Thanks, Vibes. We really tried to up the production level with this one. Really want to bring you some top tier Siege, and we'll get there. There's one player that still needs to join the lobby. I know I've been waffling for ages, it feels like, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Just rage in chat. Let's joel some casual. Honestly, I am down. I feel like SSA casual just has not been alive in ages. If we can get that going, please, I'd be so keen. What more is there? Yeah, that seems about everything the viewers have been talking about in chat. Currently sitting on 26 viewers. I just want to say a big ups everyone to that's watching. Like 26 viewers pulling that on, what is this? It's holiday. I'm confused. It's a Saturday. I've lost all track of time. Any comprehension towards dates and time has been completely lost. But I can update you on this. The teams are in the lobby. I believe they're almost ready. We should be heading into Clubhouse very soon, very soon. It's coming to your screen. Don't go anywhere. Da-da-da-da-da. Drum roll, please. Both teams have confirmed. Let's go to Clubhouse. So then, we highlighted during the opening here the importance of hard breaching on this map. You've got 3 outside facing walls. You've got CCTV, you've got the jacuzzi wall over on the other side of the map towards bedroom, and down below you've got dirt tunnel when attacking church and arsenal. So let's see what'll be taken off the board. Levit8 starting the ban phase, surely a Thatcher, strangely enough, a Thinker. An interesting ban because KIL4, we highlighted, maybe they opt for rush strategies to throw off Levit8 from the start. The Thinker, a heavy reliance operator given the new meta. As well, we saw a lot of Thinker play during KIL4's game yesterday, so an important ban, one that I feel is going to have a lot of impact. Obviously the Thatcher, not too much to say about that. The K joining the fray. What'll be the last ban? This is the interesting one, because all of these bans thus far may be void of the Thinker. They're all default bans, but they all have impact, yes. This last one is where you can truly shake things up, and that's Levit8's ban to work with. Maybe you pop out a smoke, maybe you bring out a mute. Finally, it's going to be Capcan. Now that's a strange one, because whenever a Capcan is banned, it's usually a counter ban. It's a targeted ban. You know, maybe, okay, there's one team that's going to absolutely exploit it, but Levit8 starting on the defense, being the absolute favorites in this game, that's kind of a strange one for me. The Capcan is an annoyance ban, especially when you're starting on the defense. You're, like, if you're thinking about that, you're literally not going to have as many rounds where that's going to be an annoyance. So, kind of a strange ban for me, kind of explainable, but the one thing I absolutely have to highlight, they're going to CCTV and cash. Nothing strange about that. But they're bringing in Azami. Observer, if you can follow this as Azami for the first few seconds of this round. I want to see whether she sets this up towards Catwalk or whether she saves it, because both are equally viable strategies. A lot of the time we see Azamis maybe early place their barricades and set up hard holding positions, or they hold it and use it for some late game rotates. Now the Azami, the Kiba barricade, she threw over towards Catwalk. That allows a tiny pixel angle for a player playing on C2 to actually see onto the garage door. As well, the mirror there placed from Catwalk into CCTV. It is an absolute staple of Levit8 X Phoenix back then's play. They used to do this all the time. They used to hard anchor on Catwalk, use that as an absolutely a pivotal position on their defense, and then kind of disregard the main wall. Sure, they've got a bandit now, but eventually the bandit will fall. KIL4 will probably commit some utility towards down below, or rather push out the bandit, force the wall going open. But from there, the second phase of your attack is going to be a nightmare with that mirror window facing into CCTV from Catwalk, because if you don't clear that out, you are going to feel it. Blondport now entering from the main lobby area. Doesn't seem he'll find anyone just yet. The only main roamer, Deception down below, the Jaeger, the ever-present threat. But his presence not being felt. He's sitting and waiting down below. There we go, the Zofia will take off the bandits off the wall. Strangely, one of the bandits still in place, and now the Jaeger is lurking up. As you hear the sound effect of the wall being opened, maybe masking his sound, waltzing on up garage storage stairs. The drone does spot him out though. Blondport knows he needs to be aware and at the ready. There's a threat from the side. On towards the main site though, BKG. He's opened up the wall and now he can start putting pressure onto these defenders. The bandit very riskily playing in towards CCTV, whereas Pana here is holding on to Catwalk with that 1.5 on the MP5K. The first kill going the way of AML finds Luxman. Miyazami truly showing her worth, not only in the Kiba barricades, but in the kills. Pana puts his name on the scoreboard as well. Luckily, on his side, Deception from the side. The air jab will find him, but it's a tad bit too late. Looks like he'll find himself in an engagement, but Arctic isn't ready for it. Now, though knows there's a player that they need to flush out. The Zofia can surely lend her aid to try and flush this out, but he can't even do anything. Bane now stuck in storage. He is being swung from each and every conceivable angle. The M762 to find the first kill for KIL4 during this game. The vertical so much pressure being sprayed from above. It doesn't seem he's even aware of it. Levit8 with a great opener to this game. You guys have to excuse me. There are going to be times of silence during this game. I know it's only a best of one, but if there's anyone in chat that's ever casted, and if there's anyone in chat that's ever done a solo broadcast, it is taxing. It is taxing. So just excuse me. There are going to be moments where I just take a sip of water, refreshed and ready to take it on again. Now, going to gym and bedroom, opting to go up top again. Nizami brought out. What's joining it though? A castle, a frost, an echo. What is the strategy coming out from Levit8? Obviously, the castle, quite a staple of such a defense, but the echo, an operator that hasn't seen too much experimentation as of late. Back in the day when Echo's yokais were invisible when stuck to the roof, you used to see this man 24/7 for late round plant denials. Looks like Sali there prepping the barricade. Oh no, okay, so if you don't know, a castle barricade breaks after you melee it 10, is it 10 times? I know it was 12 at one point, then they kind of, it depends on what way you look at it, buffed or nerfed it. They changed it to where it was less. I'm pretty sure it's either 10 or 8. I don't know. I feel bad now because I was flaming Sali for accidentally breaking his own barricade. Well, I don't even know the exact number, but hey, I'm a caster and I don't main castle. But that being said, the castle being brought out, it being prepped, allows them for a very quick and unexpected rotate to try and deny the potential plant strategy. But oh, here comes an early gunfight. Arctic taking so much damage, but on the trade, they find Deception, Catwalk, Control, now in the hands of KIL4, making quick work of entering onto this map. Though, there is still a big extension and a big presence being felt in CCTV. This is the extension you usually see for a gym and bedroom defense. Pana using his Echo yokais. If you observe it, thank you. If you can just pop over to the yokai, you can see there, they know exactly where it's peeking from. He knows the angle. He goes for the pre-fire. The MP5 will not miss. The yokai proving an amazing piece of utility there. Soul-handedly feeds him a kill and feeds him some disruption. Luxman is going to be feeling that one in the morning. Now then, they've opened an angle to throw a nade through, but it doesn't seem the nade even connects. I do believe a Jaeger ADS caught it out. Indeed it is. There on the side of the wall, a keeper barricade being used to shut down the hole that was opened up, though they still have the ADS setting, so really they're sitting pretty. They're feeling presence, yes, but it's all kind of remote. It's not even targeted towards the bomb site. Yes, you hear the sound effect of the Ace Selma charges being detonated, but they can't even do anything. The entire push coming from the garage area has been shut down. There is no more threat from that area. Pana now truly can just sit on his drones, use his remaining yokai, and prove an absolute nuisance for the side of KIL4, trying to force their way through this jacuzzi wall, peppering some shots onto the Frost sitting behind the shield. He's sitting safe because look at KIL4. They have no soft breach left. They only have one nade on the side of KIL4, and that's in Bane's hands. They need to try and do something, though they have so little utility, and Saw putting the final almost nail in the coffin. It's not done yet, but my oh my, it is felt. A little bit of BM from Saw there. Kind of a tradition for him at this point in time, but they're trying to get the plant down. The Pokeball will finalize it. And KIL4, to give them some level of praise, they got onto the map, they got the opening kill. Good coordination from that. But they kind of struggled during that mid-phase taking control of the extension into CCTV, or rather cache. But it's one thing I commented on yesterday, and I don't want to flame them too much for it just yet, because it's a tiny sign, but it's not a massive indication just yet. But I digress. Yesterday, I commented on KIL4 having a bit of an issue with goal setting towards their mid-phase rounds, where they would get kind of flustered. They wouldn't know what to do in a round. You saw there, they got a good opening. They got an entry onto the map. But then, towards the mid-phase of the round, they kind of got flustered, where they were putting a lot of pressure onto the jacuzzi wall area to try and get that breach open and eventually get the plant down inside of gym. But they also had this kind of remote presence in CCTV, trying to flush out the players inside of cash. And yes, that can work well for a lot of teams if you can enact a pincer onto those players, flush out construction and get a take onto the main bomb side. But it kind of just felt like a half-arsing both areas, where you kind of half commit to one, you half commit to the other. But we saw him being quite feisty on the previous round, looking for a bit of a spawn peek here. The 2.0 on that MP5K, or rather just MP5, could work, but it doesn't seem he's found anyone just yet. They kind of were just chilling in spawn for the time being. Arctic will make his way into Strip Club. We'll clear out the map from that side, from the west. Might find an engagement with the Saw, though. Arctic is droning himself in, and Saw now knows has been spotted out, knows he needs to make a move. The drone washing away back into Strip Club, gives away his position. A bit of a spray through the wall. I don't know if he had some intel, but shuts him down. Now then, this gives them a very good footing on the west side of the map. They know Strip has been taken care of. Usually, you'd have a bit of a salvo backing up the entry of the Ash player, but I don't think that's the case here. They were all kind of just making their way to the main bomb site from different areas. The Abana still making work from the kitchen rappel to try and open that hatch. Meanwhile, the rest of KIL4 just sitting pretty. Still busy clearing out the top floor of the map. 1x Kairos pellet will be detonated. Seems there is a bit of impact tracking coming out from Deception down below. Or no, he's seemingly not going to try and impact trick. Obviously, they've only detonated 3x Kairos pellets onto the main hatch, so it's not open yet. Surely it shall go open shortly. But with a minute left in this round, it feels like KIL4 just hasn't done enough yet. They've already lost a man, and they haven't even got presence onto the map. Sali might find a gunfight here. But on the other side, Deception shuts down BKG before he can even touch eyes with Sali. Luxman now in a desperate effort to try and rekindle some of the flame they had earlier into this map. Oh, but a gush of wind in AML will snuff out their flame. That is how you truly shut down the hopes and dreams of any team. 3-0 up now for Levit8. They were the favorites coming into this game. A lot of people expecting, honestly, even a 7-0. I myself was hoping KIL4 could rack up some rounds, and they still could. This tactical timeout could prove just what they need, but it's an uphill battle for KIL4. Subswater. We're back. We're ready. You know, at times a solo broadcast can either feel like a death sentence of just pure pain to your throat, or it can get kind of boring because you literally just don't have anyone to keep you company and you're just like, what am I doing here? But this has been a fun game. Levit8 definitely are bringing the heat, and it seems KIL4 are kind of struggling. They only have racked up 3 kills. Only 1 kill in every single round. It's a sad sight, but it's not completely in the doldrums just yet. This is clutch, if you want to say it that way. They can still bring this back. Obviously, they're on their attack. Clubhouse, a map that doesn't really favor the attackers that much. It's kind of a 50-50, depends on what way you want to look at it. But hey, again, Levit8 are just seemingly in control of this. They're going back to his cache and CCTV room. Weirdly, for me, they aren't bringing out the mirror. Maybe they analyzed their play from the last time they went to cache and CCTV, realized, okay, we kind of just wanted on the gunfights. We didn't have to rely on these hard anchor operators, etc., like the mirror. So they opted to go for a more proactive operator in Pana, taking the Oryx. Force the issue, take the gunfights to KIL4. Might work, might not. Hey, let's see. AML again on the Azami. It's been working out for them. Currently 5-0 on this operator. Yeah. Okay. Chat, I know you might just blame me for this one, but I'm still not used to the change where it's KDA instead of KAD. Usually it used to be KAD, kills, assist, death, on the operator scorecards. Now they've kind of changed it to where it's KDA. It shows kills, then deaths, then assists. I'm still not used to it, but hey, okay. So, going for an early peek. Again, he's got the MP5 in hand with that 2.0 scope. Truly a scary gun. And Luxman, seemingly aware of it, but not going to make too much of it just yet. Spots out the X-Kairos and he will shoot all of them off of the wall, though they know of his presence. Absolutely shuts him down. The X-Kairos being detonated now, though, through the drone hole, it seems. Oh my, from the side, Pana will wreak havoc. The X-Kairos, though, have detonated, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. So, still kind of an equal footing on this round. No real team seemingly in the lead as of yet. Though when you bring it back to the overarching storyline of this game, Levit8 with that 3-0 lead, they are looking kind of unstoppable. BKG will make his way to the main wall, detonate it, and open that up. Deception, now knowing he is under threat, has to back off. Blaine from down below. Oh, my voice, it is already suffering. I am sorry, it's been 3 months of me not commentating, focusing on some IRL stuff, been touching grass, so I'm sorry, my voice is suffering, but hey, okay, bring this back, reel it in. What's happening right now on the map state? Kane down below, he's being pressured from the construction hatch. A sneaky angle to be doing damage onto Bane, and seemingly going to back off because of it. The sledge, I believe, has opened up pool window and might find himself in an engagement with the Oryx. The Oryx losing his life. Pana to fall. It seems the dominoes are finally falling into KIL4's favor. Bane, strangely, down below, going for a last-ditch effort to make sure the entire map is clear, though they still have a minute to work with, so nothing too dire just yet. 3 ADSs, sorry, and a Jaeger on catwalk, joined out by some keeper barricades. These are going to prove instrumental towards this late phase of the game, though they have Luxman on the sledge. He can just go and hammer them away. 30 seconds. They need to make some sort of pressure felt onto the main bomb site, and indeed the pressure is felt, but it's from the wrong team. Levit8 will answer back. Deception swinging into their dreams and shutting them down like some dream monster catcher, whatever you want to call it. Blompot. Oh wow, I've really even fallen victim to the English accent. Blompot going for the engagement, but AML just shutting him down. Bane from down below with a last-ditch effort to try and reel something back, but Deception again coming in clutch for his team. It's a 4-0 lead for Levit8. They seem, even when down after the opening engagements, kind of unstoppable. So then, it's 4-0 down for KIL4. It's a bad position to be in, obviously, but they did better on that previous round. It seems the tactical timeout at least did something for them. They got more kills than they have on previous rounds, and it seemed like they got more things ticked off their checklist. Is this bar in stock? Is this bar in stock? Now, if you don't know, I have been simping for this bomb site even since before it was changed. If you're a newer player to Siege, you might not know that there was even an old clubhouse. Yes, there was. It was changed to make bar and stock more accessible. But in my eyes, at least, it's always been kind of the dark horse. I think back towards... It was either 2018 or 2019 Six Invitational. Team Liquid whipping out bar and stock against Team 1 and absolutely annihilating them on this bomb site to eventually go on towards taking the win. When played correctly, this site is deadly, because not a lot of teams know how to attack it. KIL4 might be one of them. A newer stack, they might never have even faced off against a threat like this. Saw on the Caveira. Striking hard. Oh no, I really scuffed that one. Striking fear into the heart of the KIL4 attackers. He's just lurking down below, making his presence felt. The buck will open up Dirt Tunnel, but strangely, he doesn't push into it, and he doesn't drone it out. And this means it's an open doorway for Saw to go and peek from. Now, Bane might make his way in. It seems he's wary, but is he ready? He's not. The kill will come through, and it's an interrogation. Oh, KIL4, they were shivering in their boots earlier, but now they are trembling, shutting them down one for one through the doorway, through the soft wall. There is nothing they can do to escape the threat that is Levit8. Pana will swing through, find the kill, and the diffuser is dropped. Arctic to fall. It is all going the way of Levit8, and they will not buck. They take the lead, and they take it even further. To the moon, Levit8. So, for all my Stranger Things fans, I feel Levit8 are making all of the players of KIL4 start to levitate. Vecna is coming for them. What is their song? What is their combining factor? Their last hope in the brink of defeat, in the jaws of death? What can they do to ground themselves and bring them back to reality, make them coordinated as a team, and fight? Keep the fight going. They're 5-0 down. It's a scary sight, yes, but KIL4, in my eyes at least, they're not competing for playoffs. They've shown moments of brilliance, yes, but they are playing to just... Oh, sorry for that one. They are playing for improvement for the long term. For fun even, if you want to put it that way. That is when a team becomes scary. KIL4 now, for me, if you ask me what to do, you don't focus on the macro, you focus on the micro. Focus on getting tiny wins. But this is a big win for Saw. Why do you have to do this, man? Why, when they're down, do you shut them down like this? The Blitz will answer back, yes, well done. But it's kind of a sorry sight. The sexy side, though, is that black eyes on the shield and the P12. I appreciate that. But anyway, I digress. Sali, sitting close on the wall, he is facing down the barrel of defeat with a blitz shutting him down. He will see God, but it's no one but Vecna to pull them up. The pistol whipping them through. Levit8 will make them soar to the sky, and there's nothing to bring them back home. Vecna will claim his lives, and he will tear through the rift between the upside down. I don't even know where I'm taking this, but oh my. Fully blinded, finds the injure, finds the kill, and Sali just okaying in chat. I'm sorry, KIL4, but Levit8 truly are just styling on them at this point in time, and they've got one round now to gain to winning the game. This is match point. Levit8 going over onto their attack, KIL4 onto their defense. Maybe this is just a completely defender-sided clubhouse, and maybe KIL4 can bring this back, but oh, they've been struggling this entire game. I don't know if now is the time. Levit8 on their attack. Timeout has been requested by them, but I don't think it's either not been granted or it's coming around after this. But anyway, okay, they're on their attack and they're bringing out a strange strategy. An Ash, a Sense, a Glass, a Blitzen and a Yana. What does that tell you? One, they don't have a hard breacher. Okay, sure, fine, that's okay. This is telling me they are going to full send it up into Catwalk with a 0k in the world. Maybe chuck an ROU scanner through garage door, have the glass swing on into Catwalk angle. Honestly, that could be an interesting idea. I haven't even thought about that. Levit8, one of the teams that's really been experimenting with strats here in SSA. I know Sali puts in the work, puts in the hours. Take what's ours. They really try and put in time to come up with some interesting things. Now, Saw, though, he's opted away from the glass and he's on the exothermic charge with the thermite. So they'll try and open up the main wall, but still, again, they have this ever-present threat of Sali on the blitz. The only player on Levit8 with worse than a with a 1 KD, 1 kill, 1 death, he hasn't seen too much action. Usually he is a support player, so you wouldn't expect much from him in any way, but AML kills Saw, kills their hard breacher. They can't get the wall open now. Sure, they've got secondary hard breaches on Pana, so at least they have that. But I don't know what that one was. At the very least, they'll get the wall open, and they'll have presence from down below with AML almost finding a kill with his up nades. Bane, a sliver away from death. Oh, but Bane shuts them down from the brink of defeat. From 0 health on a blinking health bar, he finds a double C4. AML, though, won't rest. He was the player to accidentally or with goal in mind. Maybe he killed Saw, I don't know. We didn't see it. But he is committed to not losing this round. He is committed to making that team kill not have that big of an impact. Currently 12-0 in this game. What can they do? Can they claw this back? Can KIL4 mount their comeback? Arctic with an opener. Now it's just left to AML. Again, I highlighted 12-0. He hasn't died yet. He's scary. He's scary. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, but hey. 30 seconds. What can you do? Peeking on into Catwalk, spots one. Tries to go for the gunfight, but he won't find anything. From the vertical, spots the head of the mute. But again, they are just swindling away. They know they can win this on time. They don't have to peek. They need to come to him. Or rather, he needs to come to them. Diffuser in hand, yes, but what can you do? Bane shuts him down, and that's the first round on the board for KIL4. So Levit8 has opted to use their tactical timeout. I believe one of their players DC'd, but he is back. Don't fret. If I'm KIL4, okay, what do? I was kind of talking about this point before Saw got a 2k off a spawn peak, but I focus on the micro instead of the macro. What do I mean with that? Because that seems ludicrous. I know. What I mean with this: find small victories. At this point in time, rounds feel like a mountain to climb. Find small victories. focus on getting the opening gunfight and just snowballing it from there. If they can get the opening gunfight, I believe the statistic for pro players, about 70% of rounds where a team finds an opening pick, they go on to win the round. Now, if they can keep finding kills like that, snowballing into the late game, there's a chance. A slim one, yes, but there's a chance. You can never write a team off. Again, just highlighting AML currently on 12-1. He has been performing way above his weight. You know, AML, am I correct? It's been such a long time, but he was on the OG 80k stack, eventually stepping down and then later being picked up here by X-Phoenix, then now into Levit8. He's a player that's been in the scene for quite a while. He has racked up enormous score sheets. So it's good to see him back and in shape performing like this. Not to say that the rest of Levit8 aren't performing, because yes, they are. Sarli, the only one that's seemingly kind of shaky at this point in time, 1 and 2. Though, again, as I pointed out, he is the support player, so, you know, he's literally only been in 3 gunfights over 7 rounds. So let the man be. But hey, okay. Reel it back in, focus on KIL4, because this is their mountain to climb. They've extended into cash with a master bedroom and gym hold. They are mirroring, maybe copying even, whatever you want to call it, what Levit8 did on their defense. Though Levit8 on their attack, it seems they're more concise in what they want to do on already. They're opening up the main wall and they're putting some pressure onto bathroom where Blompot will face them. Okay, this might just be a rush strat. They've got the ROUs, the C4 will come out, and it claims a life. Saw to fall, AML to kill Arctic with a brilliant nade. AML has just been showing up with these nades, man. I don't know what it is. I believe that was an up nade from down below in kitchen. Just shuts him down as well. And ADS will shut down the ROU, a flash to burn. They know it's coming. Rolling on through. They are spicy, but another nade to follow. Deception finds Bane. The mirror from down behind her window claims a life, but she's feeling the pressure, and her teammates are dying behind her. The only thing that she's really vulnerable towards the flank, and oh, what can you do when your teammates are falling by the wayside one by one? Whips out the ITA 12S, but from the side, it's the Thermite to claim it. Sarli will not end on a negative KD, finds the finalizer, and that is Levit8 with a brilliant 7-1 victory. And GG to AML as the absolute MVP, a 15-1 KD. My oh my. GG Levit8. So I'm just waiting on confirmation from the observer and producer if we're gonna have a interview with one of these players. I'm not too sure. That will be confirmed shortly, but just in the meantime, I really want to congratulate Levit8. They are on top of the standings, on top of the charts. This now puts them on 15 points in Group A, by far the favorites from Group A. Really the only one that can kind of pressure them is Bulin for that top spot, in my eyes at least. XL have been in great form, but they've already but won in overtime for 1 game, so they're already a point behind compared to Levit8. But really, Levit8 is my pick for #1 seeding out of this group. And just looking towards the future, obviously we have the playoff stage following the group stages ending next weekend. It's going to be an exciting time of play. A lot of games will be happening next week and weekend, with teams trying to finalize their games, finalize their standings in these groups. But looking towards the playoffs, that's really when the rubber hits the road. That is when the sweat will start dripping off these greasy gamers for, because it's all to play for. And your seeding matters more than ever. So just quickly, we have confirmation that we will have an interview with Sali. I believe he is ready to be dragged in. We'll talk about the playoff stage later, but just for now, Sali, GG on that victory, man. How did that one feel?
It felt good to get Adam's stat padding again, but
15-1.
yeah, that's
15-1.
crazy.
No, it's a great performance from him and really from the entire team. I mean, you guys have been concise on every single one of those rounds.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Been working on it in scrims when we can, outside of load shedding, and yeah, it's paying off.
You know, when we had the interview for the opener for this entire tournament, you were there in person on the couch saying you trust your boys. You feel like you've got a shot in this. And, you know, I mentioned yesterday that no real teams have bragging rights anymore. It's been such a long time since we've had a tournament. Now, I think you guys can brag about a little something.
Nah, I don't want to get like
You don't
egos
wanna
going
get big
again.
mouth.
Twitter, I don't want to start any Twitter stuff,
Not
There's
again.
been enough of that recently. I don't want to add to more.
Okay, you're staying humble. Maybe that's the mindset to have. I mean, you're going into the playoff stage. I believe you're almost confirmed for the playoff stage. Obviously, still vying for that top spot because the seeding really matters. Looking towards the playoffs, because that's where your eyes are on now. It's single elim best of 3. How much effort are you and your boys going to be putting into that one?
Well, it really depends on ISCOM and if they want us to play the game or not. Because at the moment it's kind of difficult to schedule things with like ISCOM and people working and stuff. But we're gonna give as much as we can, try to get to that a good seeding spot because we want to make it interesting for when we get to the LAN.
Most definitely. I mean, you guys are some of the favorites in this tournament, and following your story for this long has been really fun. I see there just on the website, the points have been updated. 15 for Levit8, topping off their group, looking towards Group B, the only similar team, Ultra Esports, currently with 15 points, 5 games played. So you guys have some stiff competition, like you said. If ESCOM can maybe be kind, let you do some prep work. I trust you and the boys. But just again, finalizing this game, thoughts on this, thoughts on KIL4, your opponents?
I feel like if we're having fun, like Adam said the last time we played on stream, we're just having fun, like we're having a laugh. I'll probably post a clip of what it's actually like playing with these guys. So yeah, we're just having fun. The more fun we have, the better we play, and that showed again today.
Fun is in the deal, and I honestly feel like you guys, if you reach the LAN, when you reach the LAN, I want to see that chemistry in person. I feel it will just be amazing. The clips that'll come from that.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for casting.
It's always a pleasure, man. And GG on your victory. Thank you for joining. Have a good night. There you have it, Sali, with some big words and some humble mindsets after that game. It's always refreshing to talk to the man. Obviously, we had him on the couch there for the tournament overview, the video we recorded back at ATK Arena. So thankful that we actually got to meet in person and talk about this tournament and them heading into this. And now strongly into this. 15 points, they are ready. They are killing it. But just finishing it off, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a fun one. It's been a taxing solo broadcast. I am going to enjoy my good night's sleep tonight. I hope you do the same. I hope the Springboks' loss hasn't upset you too much. But hey, at least you had some siege action to keep you entertained. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you to SAR6 Super Series for hosting this one. It's been a pleasure. Kanye out.